Game to Grow is a nonprofit organization based out of Seattle. We're known for our therapeutic social skills groups for kids using games of all kinds, and we're most well known for our therapeutic use of tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. I have a master's degree in education with a specialization in drama therapy, and my co-founder is a licensed family therapist. Together, we came up with a way to help kids and adults become more confident, creative, and socially capable by combining modern developmental therapies with the mechanics of tabletop role-playing games to help kids connect with their friends, connect with their families, and connect with the world around them, one dragon at a time. We also provide training, consultation, and support to other therapists, gaming professionals, educators, parents, and advocates, so that people everywhere can access the life-enriching magic of games. Many of the people we support have autism, ADHD, anxiety, or depression, and that affects how they experience the world and their relationships with others. Our model doesn't assume a deficit in these kids that needs to be addressed. It honors their neurodiversity. What we're doing is supporting them to flourish socially on their own terms.
Before these groups, she's very introverted. Afterwards, she's come out of her shell, she shines.
These groups have helped me grow by making it easier for me to express myself to my friends and being able to cope with feelings so I don't take it out on other people sometimes.
Playing Critical Core has helped me reduce my anger a lot, and it helps me understand how other people feel.
I feel like I've become a lot more in control of my actions. I think through stuff a lot more, which is kind of weird because in the game my character's kind of reckless, but I feel like it helps me get a lot of that energy out.
Playing Critical Core has helped me learn to develop my social skills as well as interacting with other players and team building. And it has also provided a fun and interactive experience that is unforgettable and is very rewarding.
After playing Critical Core, I cannot wait till next Wednesday.
During COVID-19, we had to transition all of our gaming groups virtual and found it could still be effective in an online-only environment. What we didn't anticipate was how much it would reveal about how much need there is for what we do. For most of the pandemic, we had a wait list to participate because we could not hire and train group facilitators fast enough to keep up with the demand once geography was no longer a barrier. We used to be limited to the greater Seattle area, but now in virtual groups, we have over 130 participants from all over the world. And we're going to continue to include virtual groups options even when it's safe to go back and game in person, because we want to continue supporting the people who need us. Game to Grow has a huge opportunity right now to take our program to the next level, and I'm not just talking about virtual. We've already expanded our model to help young people who are in the foster care system, and the next step we're looking at is a partnership with the Seattle Children's Hospital. If we're going to make the most of this moment, we need to expand our training program and create some scholarships for it. This is how you can help right now, donating to help us achieve our vision of a game in every home, a game in every school, and a game in every hospital. Thank you so much for supporting Game to Grow.
I support Game to Grow because it's a fun way for kids to learn how to connect with their feelings.
Don't just game. Game to Grow.
Hello everyone, let me fix my positioning so I'm actually on camera. Hello everyone, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. Tonight we are playing A Divine Calling and raising money for a Game to Grow. If you just watched their fundraiser video, please consider donating. I will be keeping an eye on that because we have several incentives for you. Let me just make sure I know what those are. The incentives for this game are if you donate $15, you can give the player Divine Lock, a player of your choice. You leave your comment in your donation, and they will get to re-roll a roll of their choice. Divine Will, which allows them for $20. Divine Will allows them to roll of their choice, raise up. Say if they roll a critical failure, they'll be able to go up one level to just a regular failure, so it's not as bad. Failure to a success, such and such. That is $20 for. I'm missing one. Let me check. I think I'm missing one. So $25. Well of Divine Ability. Players have in this game. Players have divine abilities that come in 5 levels. You can stack this one up. So every time you pay $25, you choose a player, and they get to temporarily upgrade their level. Once they use it, it goes back down. So if you stack it up real quick for them, then they get to be nice and powerful. For $30, you can throw in some influence on the story. Name an NPC. I was running out of incentive ideas, but you can, name somebody. We'll use it for one of the other hosts or one of the Void, who you'll learn more about. And for $35, you can influence the story even more with a spot on the map. Choose a location for something, right? So you can be like, oh, there's a malt shop next to the school, or the math class is next to the principal's office, whatever you want it to be, or the, X club meets over here. So hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. And again, please consider donating. It is a good cause. We went, Clarion Call, one of our chancellors, put a lot of work into figuring out what charities were the best, and this is one of them. So please consider donating. All right. So what I want everybody to do now is just introduce themselves and their characters a little bit, and we'll get more of the introduction, their look and stuff here in a little bit. Starting with Skylar. Who are you playing today? And who are you?
Hi, I'm Skylar. I am an illustrator and tabletop game designer. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats. Today I am playing Basem, who is an art kid, self-confident, a little bit catty, and both me and Basem use he, they pronouns.
Awesome. And Elle.
Hi, I am Elle. Today I will be playing Callisto, also known as Cal. They are an overachiever, doing their best to be busy at all times of every hour and day, because if they are not busy, they are not a person. If they are not a person, they cannot exist, and they like existing. So, both Cal and I use they, them pronouns. Very excited to be here.
Awesome. Abhilasha.
Hiya, I'm Abhilasha, pronouns he, she, they, and I am playing. I'm playing Gabriel / Eris, pronouns he and she. Me, Abhilasha, I am a TTRPG player with a bunch of people, including Nerds with Dice, and occasional reviewer of things on Twitter. My character is a brooding goth who is kind of coming to terms with a lot of new changes in her life, and hence has decided and is currently in her manic arts phase.
All right. And before we get to Luna, just want to say that thank you for the $30 donation, Batfet. Name an NPC, Pepperoni.
That's my father. I knew he was going to do that. The whole reason I suggested the naming an NPC is so that he could name one of them Pepperoni.
Well, thank you. And Luna, you're up.
Hey, um, I'm Luna. I do a lot of game design. I work with Muddy Water Games. You can find us on Blue Sky. I'm playing Violet, a fine arts film kid. With pronouns she her.
Awesome. All right. And just so you all know, from now on, I will be referring to you by your characters' names, just so I don't confuse myself as we're playing. All right. So, y'all are in school and you're starting your day off with your first period class. Let's see. So, I know we have 2 people in one class. So let's actually start off with Violet. What class are you in? You're muted, sorry.
Sorry. First period, that should be art history.
So, what does Violet look like when they get to class?
Okay. She's got long purple hair. She wears this long thin scarf, thinking it makes her look cool as a director. And a long black skirt. Anything that she wears is probably black. I don't think she would talk much as she enters the class. Just sit down.
Awesome. Let me see here. So let's see. I think on the board is a description for a paper you are supposed to start writing, right? The details are written on the board. The teacher's going to explain more of that. And you're supposed to eventually write a paper about early Roman art. How does Violet feel about that?
She's interested in the history part, not so much the writing part. Writing has not been her strong suit. But she thinks about the Roman Empire a lot. She's okay with it.
Okay. Let's see. So I mean, this is an AP class, so I don't know. It's probably a 5-page paper.
Yeah.
At least.
And where does Luna sit in the class? Like, you sit in the middle? Do you sit up at the front?
Oh, yeah.
In the back?
Okay, Violet. Okay.
Or sorry, Violet.
She has ADHD, so if she doesn't sit in the front, nothing will work out for her. She is as far up as possible.
Okay. All right, and let's see. Up next is Bassem. What class do you have?
Bassem's in world history right now. I mean, I guess technically Bassem could also just be in art history with Luna. Whatever works best.
World history's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think let's see. Bassem has like black hair and a very like sharp, blunt bob. I think probably has some like pretty graphic like dress shirt with a bold pattern on it, and like those stupid skinny jeans we used to wear in Converse. um, yeah, and they definitely make a big entrance into class, like full on, like I'm here, and then go right to the back so they can draw.
Right to the back of the class and stuff. And so, I'm sorry. Did you describe what the Sem looks like when they get to class?
Yeah. Short, like black hair, very blunt bob, kind of like graphic, artsy, like oversized dress shirt, stupid skinny jeans, stupid Converse.
Okay. Now, if I'm correct, because we just talked about it, Callisto and Gabriel are in AP Physics with each other, correct?
Yes.
Start with Callisto. What does Callisto look like when they get to class?
All right. So I'm posting a little art in the Discord so that everybody can see them. They have this dyed blue hair. They've gone as far as to dye their eyebrows. Their hair changes depending on what school year it is, depending on how they're feeling. It's a constant shifting. They've probably damaged it pretty badly by now, but it's fine. They have their hair pulled up into two little space buns on the top of their head, and they have some bangs hanging down. They don't have time for their hair to be all willy-nilly, but they also want to look cute. They've got some fun little glasses going on, and they have a shirt that lists a bunch of different flowers and their scientific names, and then over it is some overalls with a bunch of pins. Just every pin you can think of. There are Star Trek pins, there are Pokemon pins, there are horror pins, there are pronoun pins. They have a pin seemingly for every space on their overalls. And in every pocket, it's just stuffed full of all of these various supplies. It doesn't seem like they like to use their locker, so everything is either in their backpack or in all of their pockets. And currently they are frantically scribbling on a collection of note cards, trying to keep up with the teacher, Mr. Roney.
Okay. And Gabriel, what do you look like when you get to class?
Yeah. So Gabriel today has come like in this sort of long gray coat. He took it from her father's wardrobe. A blue sort of comfy, warm sweater-like shirt. Under that is a plaid, so it's he's all double layered up because it's a cold day, and has a, wearing a wide brimmed hat, and with obviously dark eyeliner, and like wearing chains, and wearing chains around his neck, and has two very big uh, ear piercings. Not he technically has four ear piercings, but he's trying not to annoy the school administrator more than he already has. So he just wears one, like that's just within regulation, and his hair is there's only his hair is colored at the back only, so that it can be covered by the wide brimmed hat. It's colored like a fiery red.
Awesome. AP Physics. Let's see. I assume you have some sort of big assignment that you were supposed to have done for today. Gabriel, did you do the assignment?
Gabriel did like half of it, like just enough to like he didn't fully understand it. It was a little complicated, and she was a little she didn't really want to call Callisto because she didn't know, because like Callisto knows everything and is so intelligent and everything, and he doesn't want to push Callisto's friendliness to the point where it becomes an issue. So he kind of just muddled through and did the first four questions on the for that assignment, and kind of the rest he's going to just kind of go he's just going to like hope Callisto's got it.
Awesome. And did Callisto do the assignment?
Callisto stayed up all night doing the assignment, and I think that there were definitely some tears shed. There was definitely some frustration, but they have a lot of coffee and a lot of stubbornness.
All right. Let's see here. So, I want. Okay, so how confident is Callisto in how they did on the assignment?
They put a lot of effort into it, and they think that they did fairly well, and even if they didn't, they're proud of the work that they put in, but also if they didn't, they will start sobbing in the middle of class.
Okay. Let's see, main stats here. What I want from both Gabriel and Callisto, roll 2d6 knowledge roll.
Who?
Okie dokie.
Okay, that's not that bad. That's pretty good, actually.
That's a 6.
I also got a 6. We're 6 buddies.
Oh, hell yeah.
Not as bad as it could have been. I'm holding on to that.
All right, so I believe, let me get to the dice rolls. So a 6 is a failure.
I know.
I think since it's not a critical failure, I think we're like talking like maybe, like a D plus range, maybe C minus, especially for Callisto, who's an overachiever, might view that as not passing anyways.
Callisto definitely sees a C minus as not passing.
Yeah, so neither of you did maybe as well as you hoped, especially Callisto. I have no idea. Like, I don't know much about physics, so I don't know what the assignment was on.
Science man, give us a science assignment. I'm telling that to my father. He has to give us a science assignment now. It's only fair.
Okay. Well, will we maybe hear back from that? we are going to go back to Basem, who is in world history. You have a pop quiz today. There was
man.
like a reading the night before, and the teacher wants to see if everybody did their reading. So, knowledge roll.
Ooh, let's see, 2d6.
You got this.
But Sam got a 6 as well, total.
So my
we
question
did not
is-
read.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you read and just struggled to recall it, or did you not read it at all?
Got home, was like, I think I had something to do for a class, but I do not want to do that. And then probably watched a bunch of makeup review videos, and then went to bed.
Okay.
Science Man has given us an assignment. Force required to move a piano. Thank you, Papa.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Wells Dad.
Force required to move a piano was your assignment. So, the teacher, looks over your assignments real quick, sees that a bunch of the class struggled with the assignment, and then goes back up. So, Mr. Roney goes back up to the board and starts going back over how to, calculate the force required to move a piano.
I think the units definitely tripped Callisto up. There's a lot that they're very strong on, but sometimes they will forget to convert their units, and so I think that's where they struggled. Totally not inspired by real life. I always convert my units.
One, our Abhilasha personally finds that very relatable, is the biggest reason why I failed physics in high school. But I think for Gabriel, it was the maths specifically, because Gabriel understands the principle of what is happening. It's the calculation that he either gets distracted or kind of just screws it up at the end. It's the 576 into 39. Everything's fine until you get to the last bit that you have to do, and then it throws everything off. Also, not inspired by true events. At least that's what my teachers told me.
Okay, awesome. The good news for them is the pop quiz isn't valued too heavily against your grade. It's like the teacher uses it as a gauge, like how much do I need to discuss with the class, whether or not they actually read it, like how in depth do I need to do, and goes from there. Violet, it is your job this period to sort of kind of come up with like what your topic about Roman art is, and if you can't think of anything, it's okay. But I do want to know, like, what do you think Violet might go for as a specific topic?
She'd probably go with what was it called again? The how they did their plays. The thing where they would just get peasants to do violent scenes, actually. Something like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, class ends. Everyone, you start going to your second period class. Violet, when you walk out of the room, there is a bank of lockers, like across from the classroom. And directly, like as you walk out of the door, directly across from you, big black letters spray painted on the locker is, "We know who you are."
You're just outing me? Oh,
This is a message from a member of the Void to Violet and the deity that she's a host to.
I'm assuming I'm carrying a camera around, right? That's okay?
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
modern day, so if you have a cell phone,
Yeah.
you have a camera.
I'll take a picture of it first, and then try to just clean it up. That's the facing property. Let's not do that.
I mean, you do get to your next period class. Janitor will eventually be by to
Yeah.
clean it up, and they'll check the cameras and try to figure out who did it. But if you want to
Yeah.
try to clean some of it up, you're free to. I guess
I
how
wanna do
would
my
Violet
best.
do that? How would Violet do that? Do you?
Is this like spray paint?
Yes, like spray paint.
Maybe is there like a water fountain nearby? Or I'm sure I have like a water bottle with me in my book sack.
Yeah, you
Maybe like wet a rag and try that.
okay? It works okay. It is not as good as
Yeah.
having chemicals in a sponge
Mhm.
that are meant for this kind of thing, but you get a little bit of it.
I didn't bring my janitor supplies today.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. Janitor shows up, grumbling about kids, and he's got sponge and gloves and paint thinner. Your second period class is AP Lit, correct? Cool. So you head off there. So Sam, you leave your class after getting a pretty in-depth discussion on the reading from the teacher. I you also find a clue. Yours is a little less obvious, a little less big, but as you walk out of the class, you catch the eye of a piece of paper that it's been colored in, like with like a black marker or something. Like it's and on it is they've left just like the space that says your name on it, and it's taped to the wall. And it catches your eye as you walk out.
This mark making is completely amateur. I'm gonna take that off the wall and tuck it in my pocket.
Okay, you don't open it or anything.
Oh, I can open it. I'll open it up. Take a look.
On the other side, they've again leaving sort of like a void as best they can when you're just coloring a piece of paper with a marker. That says the same thing. We know who you are.
So does everybody.
Now, for Callisto and Gabriel, as you leave your class, you find for somehow the two of you have ended up in the hall alone. Everyone else is already off to class. Somehow it's just the two of you. And as you're walking down the hall, like the hair on the back of your neck stands up. And if you turn around, the door at the end of the school is sitting open by itself. Nobody's holding it. And you can see like the breeze pushing like leaves in from outside. And you can kind of feel the cold breeze blowing down the hall. And as this happens, your deities start screaming at you to run.
Is this a panic attack? I've experienced them before and they weren't like this. Callisto's like near tears after getting a C-, and is just kind of standing in the hallway, trying to decide if this is God panic or just a panic attack.
You good? Gabriel's just looking down and like, are you okay? If it's one of those demons again, can you please tell them to chill? I mean, I'm sure you can get them to chill. Why are you yelling at me?
Callisto is trying to see who Gabriel's talking to, trying to decide if it's them or not, trying to decide if they're having a panic attack, landing squarely in the fact that they are both having a panic attack and Anya is also having some sort of panic, and will just pick a direction and start running. What direction do they think will have the most people?
Did you tell them also to... Okay, I guess. And Gabriel's just going to, like, jog behind Callisto. Like, I don't know what is happening.
Okay. So the most people, I mean, there is somewhere, towards the center of the school is like the front office. There should definitely be people in the class you're supposed to be heading to.
All right, I'm gonna dead sprint to AP Lit.
Okay.
And I think that they root around in their various pockets and pull out some scissors just to be safe. So it looks a little bit like Michael Myers is just running with these scissors that they probably should not have.
What are you doing with those scissors?
I don't know.
Why? Did somebody... Why were you running? Why were you running?
I don't know. It may be panic attack. It may be actual life endangerment thing. It's really hard when you have anxiety.
Yes, because I have absolutely no experience with that, because all of this is the act of someone. Because my meltdown last year was the act of somebody who does not know what anxiety is like. But why were you running right now?
I was just saying that as like, I thought that you could relate to it. I wasn't accusing you of not having the anxiety. I think it's a baseline human emotion. I'm running right now because I think that something is either going to kill me or perhaps I need to go to the nurse. And either way, I don't need to be at the location I was. Also, the door was open and there were like leaves blowing like this was a fucking Conjuring movie. I'm not about that shit. I'm not gonna get killed by some random demon doll.
Gabriel kind of stares at Callisto for a second and goes, same. Okay. You know what? The scissors are not enough. My next class is pottery and metalworking. You can imagine the kind of stuff, the kind of shit we have there. Just come on with me.
Okay. If I miss class, okay, maybe I could I'll text Violet and as they've got like one hand with the scissors, one hand pulling out their phone.
Yeah, Gabriel's just going to take Callisto's hand and is just going to pull. Callisto, you can text later, and please don't run with scissors. It's sometimes
the scissors go back in the pocket. A box cutter is pulled out instead.
If you cut me with it, I swear I will wrestle you to the ground. I do not care.
I can put a cap on the box cutter.
Or you can keep the... Just keep running. You're literally going to one of the most hazardous places in this entire class where people can whole ass get their arms cut off. But no, the box cutter.
I just thought that maybe it could be helpful.
Do you know how to use one against a human?
You stab them. It seems pretty self-explanatory.
No, you stab them with scissors. With box cutter, you slit. You know, like this.
Like go for the eyes. The eyes are vulnerable. If you go for the eyes, they can't see you.
Were you scared of someone with eyes, or were you scared of someone who potentially could not have eyes?
I mean, they could potentially not have eyes, but I think that would make it a lot harder to attack us. So it's just kind of impractical. Why would you choose to not have eyes?
You don't read enough fantasy, do you? Okay.
When would I have time?
I have told you again and again, make time. And I don't mean that by using your sleep, like using the hours you sleep to do that. I mean, give shit up.
I mean, statistically, you only need like 5 hours of sleep. That's not true. Get enough sleep.
So
you know what? This is your problem.
So, at any point while you run, do you look back to like see if anybody's walking in through those doors or anything?
Is Callisto gonna do the white people shit? I think that Callisto's gonna look back. I think Callisto is gonna look back to make sure that, like, Freddy Krueger isn't bursting through the doors.
Gabriel is not letting go of that hand and is going to drag Callisto if he has to.
They are still moving in the same direction. They're just also looking back, which is not the best choice, but Callisto does not make very good choices.
Okay. So you, before you like brainstorm around the corner as you're running, you catch just a glimpse of a tall boy about your age. He's really tall, like we'll say, I don't know, 6'4", 6'5", broad shouldered. He's got like a turtleneck on. You don't quite see his face well enough for it to immediately be like, oh, I know him, but he's vaguely familiar.
What does Callisto have that they can throw at him?
You have several items in your hand, I believe. So I mean, there's.
I have so much in my hands right now. I'm not going to throw him anything sharp because he can use that as a weapon, and we're not giving him free weapons. I'm going to throw a paperweight at him. I'm going to throw just a rock paperweight at him and try to beam him in the head because this is a good decision.
Okay. That is.
I believe that's an attack roll.
Yes, that is an attack roll. So
fantastic. Okay, that's a 10 to beam him in the head.
Okay. That it happens as intended. So what does it look like when Callisto throws this? And
as they're turning the corner, they're like very quickly trying to do some math in their head, and then they're just gonna give up on the math and sort of baseball pitch it at this guy's head.
Okay. You hit him, and he lets out a yelp.
As they're running, Callisto gives a thumbs up to Gabriel.
Does Gabriel say anything to this?
Have they stopped?
No, they did not stop. They're just like as they're running.
Okay. Gabriel just is like, what? And just keeps running. Like, okay, but we need to get there. I will deal with Callisto's weirdness later.
Sometimes you gotta beam somebody with a paperweight.
Okay.
Listen, okay, so this guy is not like, he's like 6'5", so he's either an adult or a very tall child, and either way, that's not something we want to mess with. I don't think that he's like stalking the corridor for fun purposes.
Can we have this conversation when we are not?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we can have this conversation at any time. I'm just saying, like, if you see somebody who's being weird and kind of like stalkerish, you should throw something at them, regardless of if or not they're an evil void person. I think that guy might have been an evil void person. Also, he looks kind of familiar, which is a whole different problem. I hope he's not Mr. Roney. Maybe that's why he gave me a bad grade. No, I think it's just because I did bad.
Yeah, Gabriel just has turned right into the class, and is just befuddled at Callisto. It's just tuned out Callisto at this point. Just like, okay.
As soon as they stop, Callisto pulls out their phone and texts Violet, not feeling well, will try to make it to class in a bit. Please tell teacher, I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
Whew.
I just see the message as I walked into class. They better not have been running with scissors again.
Yeah, so also, Elaine, so you just got, that huge message to you, and now Callisto's texting you saying they're not going to be in class right away. How do you feel? Are you worried?
They were probably keeping my grade in this class. A bit worried. Was there any like big assignments for today?
No, not for this class. You probably had some reading to do, or you might be between books, but there isn't a big, assignment for today for this class.
I'm upset a friend's not there. No, I think I can make do.
Okay. All right, and Sam, you are in the other lit class. You're in classic lit. And you have this mysterious note. Someone saying they know who you are.
Oh yeah.
Your deity is Ishtar, correct?
Ishtar, yeah.
Ishtar. Yeah, so they probably don't like this note. How do you feel about it?
I mean, not good. It is like creepy. It is weird. I probably texted my bestie Liliana like a photo of it, and the caption like OMG so gross. Haters are obsessed. But probably not aware that anything deeply serious is going to happen because of it. Bassem at their core is a dum-dum high schooler.
Okay. Do you keep the note? Do you do anything else with it?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've like got it tucked in my bag. Maybe, when you paint a lot, you tend to keep like paper towels, plastic bags, like a couple paintbrushes just loose in your bags. Paint will get everywhere anyway, but probably like tucks it into one of the Ziplocs, like for evidence. Saw that in SVU.
Okay, so both your second period and your third period classes sort of happen without too much event. You go through your regular day, pretty easy, basic class
Callisto
stuff.
will come back to class about a quarter of the way in, once they've decided that it's safe and that the person that they have beamed with a rock paperweight is not waiting to hit them with it.
Not waiting.
There are two very confused teachers. One confused as to why you were in their class, and one confused as to why you're walking in late.
All right. I'm going to explain that I wasn't feeling well, and so graciously, Miss Ludias allowed me to stay in her classroom, and I'm going to lie to them, and I get a +1 because it is involving a teacher.
Okay.
Lying, the correct thing to do.
So true.
All right, so that is a 12.
Okay,
I'm a great liar.
That is a critical success. So the action happens. The table will discuss how the scene goes right. We encourage you to make the action as amazing as possible. And I know there's an additional note. If there isn't, when it comes to critical successes and stuff, if there, this is a table thing, right? So if we don't reach an agreement onto like what kind of amazingness this is, we just go down. It's just a normal success, and we move on. So the teacher believes you. I mean, Callisto's an overachiever. You're a good student. You wouldn't lie, right? Is there like another effect to this with the teacher that you think happens?
I think that maybe it like kind of spreads to the faculty, and the teachers kind of ease up on them throughout the day, so their third period isn't quite as bad as it could be, isn't quite as heavy as it could be, just because people are being a little bit nicer, and that is AP statistics, which that's good. It's good that it's a little bit easier.
Okay. Yeah. So your next two classes are pretty easy, especially for Callisto, as the teachers kind of take it easy on them. You get to lunch. So what I want to know is, do y'all hang out at all at lunch? Do you meet up to like discuss things that have happened? What happens here?
I think. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I mean, Bassem definitely like goes to find Luna, at the very least, and the others might be where Luna is.
I think that.
Oh, sorry, Violet.
Callisto is definitely where Violet is, partially because Callisto is like, I missed part of class and I have to know what happened when I was not there. If I do not know what happened when I was not there, I will explode into 1,000 pieces.
I am definitely very curious what you were doing. Not at class.
Gabriel is a couple of minutes late to lunch, which is fairly unusual because she does like lunch, and it's a chance to get to meet some of her other friends. So, but she comes in a little, like, is frowning a little bit, and she's come straight from the library, where she's essentially kind of picked up a couple of books on folklore and mythology, like some of the creepy horror kind, or at least whatever can be like, oh, this is like Grimm's fairy tales kind of level of creepy that she could find in a school library, like just something just PG-13 enough, but something that might help.
Yeah, I think Bassem probably runs over to Violet and is like, "You will not guess what happened. Oh my god." Whip out the evidence bag really dramatically, slide it over. They're like haters and ops all over the school.
We also got that.
Oh,
all of us.
Oh wow, you too, huh? Hi,
Yeah, there was
Gabriel.
like
How's it
this.
going? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there was like this really weird person who was very tall and looked kind of familiar, and he was like following us, and the door was open and like leaves were blowing in, and it was like the shot right before you get jump scared, where everybody kind of looks away if they don't want to see the jump scare. And so then I threw a rock at the guy's head, and he hasn't
You
followed
did
us
what?
again. Yeah,
You
the rock
threw a rock?
paperweight.
Like
Well,
at a guy
I'm-
who was just walking behind you?
Well, he wasn't just like walking behind us, like I got the like a really panicky sense that like something was wrong, you know?
Did it go through or
I think it just like
When you-
hit him on the head. I don't think that it went like through. It's not a bullet.
no through as in in movies when they're a ghost and it goes through
Oh, and it
because
goes like
they're
through
not
the
real.
person. I don't know. I didn't see because we were running.
Right, but it hit. Like
I think it hit. I think it hit because like I
So
heard
you-
a noise.
So you hit a person.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Callisto, sweetie,
Uh-huh.
I'm about to ask you something and I want you to not freak out. What if that was a totally
Impossible.
normal guy and you just conked his gourd real good?
If I conked his gourd real good, he needs to go to the nurse. He shouldn't have been like being weird because there was nobody else in the hallway. Why was he going in the one direction that we were going? That's weird. That's creepy. He should have said something. Why didn't he say something? It's not my
You know
fault.
what?
It's just like when I run over. Like I ran over a guy this one time, and it wasn't my fault then either. He survived. I took him to the hospital. It was fine. He like kind of ran in front of the car. It was fine. It was great.
Please
I'm
don't tell
gonna
me
have to
these
get,
things.
like-
I do not want to end up as a witness.
No, there were no charges filed.
I am a very bad witness. In which universe do I look like a reliable character witness to you?
There were no charges. It was fine. We all got along great.
Now, am I gonna have to get like an orange vest or something so you know not to chuck rocks at me if I walk up to you from behind?
That's actually a really good idea because I'm kind of like
Mm.
jumpy as a person.
Yeah.
And I don't think that
I-
I would chuck a rock at you, but I might try to punch you. And I don't want to punch you because you have such a lovely face.
Thank you.
Since when does-
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that? You could say it louder.
I'm sorry.
No worries. Well, Callisto, that's very sweet for you because you said I'm pretty. I will wear neons, even though I hate them.
I mean, I think you look good in anything.
I'm sure it. You think it would fit with your general complexion? I don't. I mean, it would. It would seem like, who knows? Grapes on a white plate kind of scenario. How about I don't know. How about fluorescent green?
Ouch. I mean, I can do
Genuine
green. I think
suggestion.
I
You
can do
take
anything.
it, not take it. Yeah, of course, you can do anything. I mean, doing is not the issue. It's the issue of style. But you go you.
Yeah, I
Do
love
you?
to hear about style from somebody wearing a gray coat and a blue sweater.
Yeah, I've seen your exes. Clearly, you didn't have an issue with the last one.
And by exes, you mean your current person. Wink.
She's my friend.
Uh-huh.
I don't date everyone I see.
Well, not all of us have that privilege.
Hmm. And not all of us have pining, angry exes, staring forlornly at you in the hall and wondering, when you are actually going to get back together with them, and then it doesn't happen, and then they get angry with you. And is your bike fixed?
Oh, my bike? Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you know it was broken?
Ray told me.
Okay. Yeah, so now we all had stuff happen, so this is probably not one of my exes, right? And they just read the note.
Yeah, probably not.
Uh-huh. I mean,
Probably
it
not.
could
Why
be.
would your ex send us the note? We didn't break up with them in public. What was that? The fourth or the fifth one?
That was actually the sixth one. Getting sloppy.
Why
why
should
are
I
they-
be the? I mean, as long as you have them right in your black book and don't call the other by the wrong name or something, that's your lookout. Why should that be my lookout?
No, I don't
Yeah.
think it shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
appreciate you're paying so much attention to me.
So,
Well, you know, your best friend confides so much about you to me, you know, because they always want to know that whoever next they're involved with is good for them.
are we still talking about Hamlet, Vi, in AP Lit? I think that we're still talking about Hamlet, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Hamlet and Ophelia. Don't worry, baby. Okay,
course.
so you're pretty sure
I was
that
always a
you
Hamlet
comped-
Horatio fan personally, but you know, to each their own
I
of
think
their
that-
own shit.
Horatio is pretty cool. Yeah. He's my favorite.
He did die in his arms and said goodnight, sweet prince, and he's the one who was there with him. You know what?
I mean, he was
Let's
there
not
with him
go
for the
there.
whole play because Ophelia died.
It's true.
Yeah, but
But
you
Ophelia
know,
knows how to make an
that's what
exit.
That's
that's
very
what happens
true.
to bad romantic partners. You know, it's the best friend who's
They
always with
die?
them. They disappear. I mean, narrative death.
They go away
Shakespeare.
to a
That's
farm,
horrible.
and it's fine. So you're pretty sure you conked a spiritual gourd with that rock.
Yeah, I don't think it was like an actual person. I think that it was maybe somebody who was like working with the void. And so I think then it's fine. And also we can probably spin it as self-defense, because I think that we can spin this as sort of a stalking scenario since everyone else was out of the picture and it was just Gabriel and me and this person. So I think that we can spin this. I think we can make this work for us.
Yeah, okay. No, I see that. If anybody asks me, I'm going to tell them that you were getting totally stalked.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, and look, if nothing happened to you when you ran over someone, I don't think this is going to make that much of a difference. If it is, I'll just take it. I'll say I did it. It's not like anyone else was in the hall at that point. I'll say I did it. My mom will come. She'll yell at me. We'll have a fight, and then we'll move on to icy silence. That's usually how this goes. And honestly, I'm sick and tired of the principal coming in and telling me to join the honors roll again.
It's very fair. I feel like he's
Ooh.
the principal's really
Bragging there.
very pushy. I think that you really just need to, like, if this is something that you don't want to do, you shouldn't be forced to do it by the adults in your life. That's really weird.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Your advice, Callisto. Just saying I don't do that anymore, but also Callisto just saying, give some stuff up. You're not missing. It's fine.
I mean,
Get some rest, please.
I don't know what I would give up. I think that I like everything that I'm doing. It's really great. I'm doing fantastic. Everything's great. And it means that I get to like hang out with everybody, and that's great. I love hanging out with everybody.
Fair enough. Do you have any words of wisdom?
Oh, me?
No, Violet. I want to know what
Violet, yeah.
Violet is thinking. Violet is very
Yeah,
smart.
wait. Vi, what
Violet is
happened
cool.
to you?
Oh, I just had like some graffiti on the wall. It wasn't bad. I
What
just
did it
think we
say?
skipped over the running over a person part really quickly.
Okay, it was just like over their
Yeah.
leg. It was fine, and they kind of like went in front of the car, so it wasn't
Just
They were
even my
probably
fault.
sleep
fragile
deprived.
leg.
Violet, they were probably sleep deprived. Not gonna lie,
No,
Callisto has like full on crash into people like all the time.
I mean, like,
this is
sure, I
honestly
was
a
sleep
Yeah.
deprived, but that is not part of the equation. The judge decided that wasn't part of the equation.
Take the
Yes.
excuse.
I said this one, actually.
Take the excuse or the judgment. Decide between one.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Just it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that serious. There were no real charges. It was just a judge being like, "Hey, you did that," and the person who got their leg just lightly broken, was like, ow, that really hurt. But also, I probably shouldn't have run in front of that car chasing a squirrel. Whoops. And then everything was great.
Chasing
It
a
worked
squirrel.
out.
Okay, so technically, they were chasing their dog who was chasing the squirrel. The dog was fine. I swerved to avoid the dog.
Yeah, this situation would have gone real differently if you had not clarified that. I'm telling you. Please, I'm very thankful. Good God.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna hit a dog. That just seems rude.
Humans are okay. Dogs,
Humans
no.
are fine. Humans know what they're doing. Dogs have no concept of the fact that a car can hurt them. So I feel like it was on the guy. It was on the guy totally. He should have like stopped and waited and trusted that people wouldn't run over his dog. And instead he was like, "Oh, I'm going to be a hero." But he's not a hero. He's just somebody whose insurance had to pay for a broken leg.
At least his
Wow.
insurance, he had insurance. So, you know, doggy insurance is way more, is like expensive on expensive. So, like, it's better you ran over the adult anyway. And he's an adult. He can deal with it.
Yeah, you're like if I had like run over somebody who was like our age, it would have been totally different.
We would all be called in to like the principal's office, and everyone would have to tell their story of the time Callisto ran them over, just like with their body, and then I couldn't lie.
Yeah, but that didn't happen, which is great. So, what are we gonna do about the weird targeting thing that's happening right now?
Well, Polly, if you see any other like grim, voidly, spiritual, threatening people, you should get in your car and floor it.
What about that's fantastic advice for outside the car, for outside the school.
We just
What
throw
about
another
inside
rock
the
at
school?
them.
Or would you like
Yeah,
them to drive the car inside? Because right now, the void whatever is in the school.
I mean, I think I would get arrested if I tried that, and I don't want to get arrested. I have things to do.
Callisto.
Hi.
This was a okay. How do I put this nicely? I was being sarcastic to Basim. That was not a actual suggestion.
Okay.
Mine
That
was
was-
though.
The law
Good
is just a
God.
concept
These are a lot of
anyways.
mixed messages.
Okay. We are going, all these books, we are going to find some things out. Okay? We're going to find some stuff out. Everyone read. There has to be something about about this, maybe, or maybe something related to it. Something has to be there. Someone's written something down at some point.
I already have a AP literature assignment for reading. Do I have to read more?
It's okay. We can read Hamlet together and we can do fun voices.
Okay. Oh, fun voices! Yay!
I also don't want to read, so you guys can look at the books, and I'm gonna hit the rumor mill.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. I like reading, so I'm gonna read.
Don't fight anyone. Don't fight anyone.
I
Don't
am
fight
going
anyone. Don't
to
fight
roll.
anyone. Don't fight anyone. Don't fight anyone. Don't fight anyone. Don't fight
I'm
anyone.
not going to fight anybody, but if I have to, my divine mama is a war god in addition to a love god. I, however, am going to be Basem's going to be rolling investigation.
I'm gonna be
And
rolling.
Basem
my divine,
got
my divine
a
mama is
9.
a war goddess. My divine god, my fiend deity literally created a palace of illusions. I could trap you in forever, where you would just be where you would be falling into glass, or you would be jumping, seeing a pool and trying to jump in it, but it would be glass, and then you would think, oh, it's just glass, I want to go in there, and then it would be, and then you would fall flat on your face and be humiliated and laughed at forever.
Sounds like a great escape room.
I feel like the car isn't as serious anymore.
I gotta go hit the rumor mill. Hold on to that thought though, because you're giving me a great idea for some paintings. But Basem's gonna go do some investigation, for which they rolled a 9.
Oh, I hope you have the worst nightmares. Anyway, just very angrily, like Gabriel, like opens a book and is like reading, and it's just like, okay, no, no, no. I'm also going to roll for knowledge. That's an 8.
I've got a 10 for Callisto knowledge, reading some books.
I'm probably gonna look around the school again with the rumor mill, like you said. So investigate, I guess.
Have fun, Violet.
That's a 5. So is she talking?
Sophia, are you there?
Sophia, are you muted? We can't hear you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Right. Hang in there with us, everybody.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Video decided that my mic didn't exist, so I had to plug it in, back it, unplug it, and plug it back in. So, Seb, what you find is there's a rumor going around. There's a kid in your class named Clay. He's a taller kid. Rumor is that he has a big welt on his forehead.
All right. Excellent.
So, Callisto, what are you hoping to learn by reading?
I think that specifically, I mean, like, different ways that knowledge is gained by, like, the void and that whole scene. And they're mostly reading to read, I'll be totally honest. They just really like to read. But they're also trying to find, like, oh, hey, what's going on? Like, are there things that could correlate to the signs that have been happening? Like, is this just generic intimidation, or is this something where it's a personal touch?
So I think, yeah, you just kind of learn that, this is some sort of intimidation, right? They are leaving clues to sort of spook you so that they can get you alone, right? Like that's sort of what the void does. They leave you clues so that you make yourself vulnerable to them because they spook you out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Gabriel, what are you hoping to learn in your research?
I think Gabriel is just trying to understand, like, I think he's trying to understand the nature of the threat rather than like, oh, just revelation, but in this case, this cult, what is this cult's how is this cult related to other cults that have kind of investigated or been very fascinated with the paranormal or with like celestial and like deity stuff? Like, what is their what objective that these cults are likely to have? Is there like an ancestor to something like the Void cult?
So yes, and you would kind of know this, and you'd be able to find in your research, knowing what to look for. The Void's main only goal really is to destroy the deities. They want the natural chaos of the world to take over. And if there's no more deities, there's no one to stop that from happening.
Huh. Okay. Well, I do I fine, okay. Okay, okay, what do I do?
We need to make sure that nobody is alone. So maybe we all stick together, or we go in like groups of 2, because they want to divide us so that they can take us out, and I don't want to be divided or taken out, and I don't think that anybody else wants to be divided or taken out. I mean, maybe people want to be like taken out on like a date or something, but that's totally different from what they're going to do. They're going to murder us, and I don't want to get murdered. I have things to do tomorrow.
We'll go back to the taking out on the date thing later. I have friends. I have people I can introduce you to. You just don't let me. But anyway,
I just
you're
wanted
right.
somebody organically, you know?
Whatever. We'll have this discussion later. I agree with you. Let's stick together. Ask Basim to stay. If Violet can stay with us, can stick with us, however possible, that's fine. Basim can as well. Though I think if Basim, though if I might end up hurting Basim before they ever can. But I will hurt Basim, not the deity. I have massive respect for Ishtar. It's just sometimes
She is very terrifying. I think that she would hurt you before you ever thought about hurting her.
I don't think I mean, then this becomes a deity versus deity thing. If they get involved in team fights at this point, I am concerned.
Yeah,
I
we
just
might
want
destroy the world.
Yeah, this is just me wanting to punch Basim because Basim does not know how to keep his mouth shut, especially during when he's around people that I definitely don't want. You know what? We'll have this discussion later.
I think
You know
Basim is funny. I think that he's charming.
Basim is a blabbermouth who cannot keep things to himself that nobody asked him to overhear in the first place.
I mean, so am I, but you still hang around me.
You don't talk. Really, what is the last thing you said to Stephanie?
Well, I don't really say a lot of stuff to Stephanie. I don't really say a lot of stuff to a lot of people.
I wish that was the case for Basim.
We all have our thoughts. Can we just calm down?
Oh, yay, Violet's back!
Yeah, Basim arrives back and he's like, we're confronting a guy. He's tall and he's got a rock welt.
See, it was a great thing that I threw the paperweight at him. It made him easy to find.
Fair enough. Okay, we all 4 are together. Basim, we decided to stick together. You are invited. You can we all need to be together because the threat is against all of us. That's what has been decided. Whatever, let's just go and confront this guy together. Okay?
Yeah, don't worry, I'll take care of you.
Okay, do you tell the group who they're going to confront?
Gabriel is just doing middle fingers behind Basim's back.
Yeah, gets down, whispers theatrically, it's Clay, the tall guy from Homeroom 3C.
Clay, yeah.
He's always wearing those sweaters.
Yeah. The little sweaters.
He just is like a middle-aged fisherman.
Yeah, the
Maine.
The sweaters, and they all have different seasons on them.
Oh yeah, he he legit came dressed up in like a protruding snowman once, didn't he?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it
yeah.
sparkled and everything.
It was
And
like 3D.
And like I accidentally bumped into him and it started playing Frosty. I swear it started playing Frosty the Snowman.
Oh my god, it had the sound box in it. Oh,
did.
that's deep. All right, yeah. Well, we gotta go talk to that string bean right now.
Okay, so what I want to say is that while you were talking about Clay, Liliana like seen you whispering and like comes up and like hears what you're talking about, and then goes, "Oh yeah, Clay. I just seen Clay walk out to the parking lot with that girl Bridget."
Oh.
Bridget?
Oh.
Which one is Bassam? Which one is Bridget?
Do I know Bridget?
I assume you know everybody.
You might know Bridget. Bridget is is one of the jocks. Is the most talented pitcher on the softball team.
Oh goodness. Oh yeah, I don't. I mean, I've heard of her. I've seen her around like Eric and stuff. I don't really know.
Wait, is she
her,
the hot
but,
one
like,
from the softball team?
Yeah, she's the crazy hot one from the softball team.
Okay, okay, yeah, I know her.
Yeah, she asked me for a spell once. I told her I wasn't that kind of goth.
You're
It
so
felt weird.
lucky.
Yeah, you should give her that. I mean, okay, so I don't know how I feel about Bridget, but I don't want her alone with a weird man with weird sweaters. So we should probably get out there in case he's trying any spooky stuff.
I mean, they could also be working together. We're assuming that like he's doing something spooky.
Oh,
but
that's
like
so smart. Let's approach cautiously and hidden. And then if anything nefarious is happening, we can spring out, like really dramatically do a big reveal and then probably like hit them with more stuff.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I think if everybody like do you guys want like blunt objects or sharp objects? Because I have both.
Blunt, you shouldn't have sharp objects. We've talked about this.
I mean, I do. You can try to take them from me, but I will cry and then we'll both feel awkward, and I don't think either of us want
I have a blowtorch.
You're gonna feel a lot
I
more
stole the
awkward than I do.
blowtorch from the metalworking class. It's fine. If they're like monsters or something, we'll set them on fire.
Okay.
It's from the class.
I'm gonna give you, Bassam, my complete collection of all the works of Shakespeare, including all of the sonnets, and just out of the backpack, this massive book, hands it over to you.
Okay, yeah, I could conk some gourds with this.
Vi, do you want something sharp or something like blunt and heavy?
I'm going blunt and heavy.
Okay, blunt and heavy. I have a world atlas in here. Gives you a world atlas.
Gladly.
Your sign's gonna be skunked.
And then they're going to take out a tennis racket and another identical paperweight.
Arm
And I
yourself
have
with the
my blowtorch.
rocks.
And he takes out like one of those. It takes out a like standard blowtorch and just holds it like and just has like a very tired expression of like, I have the blowtorch. I know how to use it. I am in the metalworking class. It's fine. No one's going to know. If they're accidentally set on fire, we can say spontaneous. One of you must have fire powers or something akin to it.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Sun, so... I mean, Anya does have, like, some fire stuff, so I guess I could pass it off as that.
I don't know whether I should be concerned as to why you want to take on more criminal charges, but we don't have time,
I
so we'll
have
discuss that
no
later.
criminal charges as of right now.
So why are you tempting fate? You know what? Why are we having this conversation? Fine, you want to be charged for arson? Fine, let's go.
You're the one with the blowtorch.
Maybe I just want to experience
For
how setting
precautions.
fire to something feels.
For
Maybe
precautions. It's for precautions, and anyway, I have my own things. It's fine. I have my own things. I can use it to diffuse a situation, or I can just get them to tell us what we want. It's fine.
Okay. So you head out to the parking lot. Everybody sort of knows that Bridget drives we'll say it's a blue truck. It's nothing special. It's like a Dodge Dakota, like one of the smaller, more practical trucks. So you go looking for that. Do you spread out? Do you stay in a group?
I don't think Callisto is letting anybody spread out. If anybody attempts to spread out, Callisto just gives them the most judgmental look.
I just want to be behind the person with the blowtorch. As long as I'm out of range
Blowtorch
of
is
that.
not on, Violet. Violet, the blowtorch is not on.
I'm scared when it becomes on.
I am first in Metal Milk. Violet, I'm literally making like a whole dog. I'm making a dog out of metal.
Whole dog.
A big dog.
Cool.
You got that dog in you.
Look, what kind of breed is the dog?
It's coming out.
German Shepherd.
That's a good breed. That's a good breed. They can be aggressive, but I feel like if you have enough patience, you can really show it a lot of love and they can be really, really loyal.
Yeah, plus like my deity also really likes German Shepherds. A few times he's been on Earth. He really likes German Shepherds. He has I don't know who he made the deal with, but somehow all German Shepherds go to like his version of the Netherworld. They all go to him, and he has like so many of them. Also, but like obviously when you go to the Netherworld, you kind of take on like quote unquote scary features. I don't think that that's scary. I mean, scary is obviously culturally subjective. So like, but they all have like really cute like red crystals for eyes, and they're very cuddly. Or at least as far as I can cuddle with them, because I've only been there like once.
Okay, so it takes you, we'll say like 15 minutes to search the parking lot because it's not that small or anything. So as you find this truck and as you approach it, Gabriel, you feel it first. Specifically, your deity feels it first that something is wrong.
Sorry. Okay, can anyone hear me?
Hi, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that was me, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
Something happened. Yeah. Guys, something's wrong. Violet, if you wanted to back up like away from the blowtorch, I'd suggest you do it now. I'm going to take it out.
I raise my atlas and then slowly step back.
Cover or flank.
Yeah.
Callisto, get ready to throw. Pass him. Or do whatever you need. And yeah, he's just going to keep walking, like blowtorch half in hand, and like, hello.
You approach the car. You do not see Clay at all. You only see Bridget. She as you approach, it appears she's just sitting in the front seat of her car. Do you investigate closer?
Yeah. Hey, Bridget. Remember it's me, Gabriel. If you wanted, just letting you know, if you wanted a spell, I know what I said last time, but I might actually have something for you. Hey. You good? He's just going to try and kind of knock the window.
There's no response.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is Bridget. Do any of you have awakening spells or something, or something non-sleep related, or coma, or hypnosis?
No, not really. I can be nice to somebody who isn't my friend.
Okay, I want to ask, can I use sway someone here? Because it says convincing someone to do something you want them to do.
Normally, yes. But as you are wanting to do this, all of your deities, you're starting to feel one emotion from all of them. It is despair.
Okay, so she might be dead.
That's not good. Hey, why can't I talk to him? Why are they feeling like that? What's happening?
I don't know. Is there any way that I could assess and try to see if she's injured in any way, or if something is
So I guess, do you want to open the door to the truck?
I think we should get a grown-up.
What is a grown-up gonna do?
Well, if there's a dead girl, probably a lot of important stuff.
We can get
We
the
don't
grown-up
know if
after
she's dead.
Yeah, we don't know if she's dead. We don't know if this is some god business. And if it is some god business, what is the grown-up gonna do? Wave their hands and deny that it even exists?
Well, but maybe
we have all
helpful.
seen Buffy. We were all there on that night. We know what principals do.
It's true. No.
Listen, nobody ever believes the kids in these kinds of scenarios.
Well, but if there's physical evidence or she needs medical help.
She needs medical help. I may be able to help her.
I think the worst thing is to split up. So I'll go with the group, but my vote is get a grown-up.
I think that if we open the door and it's a physical related emergency, we go get a grown-up, all four of us.
Okay.
Otherwise,
and
look,
I'm not going to put
people die all the time,
door.
don't they? Basim, people die all the time, but this feels different. Are you telling me that your deity is not telling you something?
She's really upset right now, and that feels like maybe I shouldn't go directly at the maybe dead girl, you know?
Okay. Maybe most of us can try to sneak, and then Gabriel, you and me can go up, since I think that we're the two people who do sort of more close range stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe, I mean, if she's alive, then maybe we can still get some answers.
Yeah, exactly. And then if something does pop out and try to do something to us, we have some people who are more sneaky and who aren't directly involved in that.
Agreed. Okay.
And
Okay.
then, people are
let's open
happy.
it up.
Okay. So,
Oh, Luna, I cannot hear you if you were talking. I think you may be muted or something. No.
Maybe
I can't.
video did the same thing to you that it did to Sophia.
Before Gabriel opens the door, Callisto's gonna gonna sort of tap him on the shoulder. Don't do it just with your hand. You should have some kind of cloth covering it. We don't want to contaminate anything.
Okay. All right. Gabriel Gabriel takes out his takes off his coat. No, takes off his hat, and kind of just pokes Bridget with the wide brim. Bridget, hey,
Yeah.
are you okay?
So do that. Unfortunately, your worst fears are confirmed. Bridget is dead. Importantly to your gods, to your deities, they believe that Bridget was Nike and that Nike is also dead. And that is where we are going to go to break.
Wait, does it work?
In about...
Oh, hi!
Yes.
Got a break.
Of course.
Sorry, but we will discuss some stuff, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. And make sure you get up, stretch, drink water, and enjoy this little video about Game to Grow. We'll be back soon.
Game to Grow is a nonprofit organization based out of Seattle. We're known for our therapeutic social skills groups for kids using games of all kinds, and we're most well known for our therapeutic use of tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. I have a master's degree in education with a specialization in drama therapy, and my co-founder is a licensed family therapist. Together we came up with a way to help kids and adults become more confident, creative, and socially capable by combining modern developmental therapies with the mechanics of tabletop role-playing games to help kids connect with their friends, connect with their families, and connect with the world around them, one dragon at a time. We also provide training, consultation, and support to other therapists, gaming professionals, educators, parents, and advocates, so that people everywhere can access the life-enriching magic of games. Many of the people we support have autism, ADHD, anxiety, or depression, and that affects how they experience the world and their relationships with others. Our model doesn't assume a deficit in these kids that needs to be addressed. It honors their neurodiversity. What we're doing is supporting them to flourish socially on their own terms.
Before these groups, she's very introverted. Afterwards, she's come out of her shell, she shines.
These groups have helped me grow by making it easier for me to express myself to my friends and being able to cope with feelings so I don't take it out on other people sometimes.
Playing Critical Core has helped me reduce my anger a lot, and it helps me understand how other people feel.
I feel like I've become a lot more in control of my actions. I think through stuff a lot more, which is kind of weird because in the game my character's kind of reckless, but I feel like it helps me get a lot of that energy out.
Playing Critical Core has helped me learn to develop my social skills as well as interacting with other players and team building. Oh, and it has also provided a fun and interactive experience that is unforgettable and is very rewarding.
After playing Critical Core, I cannot wait till next Wednesday.
During COVID-19, we had to transition all of our gaming groups virtual, and found it could still be effective in an online-only environment. What we didn't anticipate was how much it would reveal about how much need there is for what we do. For most of the pandemic, we had a wait list to participate because we could not hire and train group facilitators fast enough to keep up with the demand once geography was no longer a barrier. We used to be limited to the greater Seattle area, but now In virtual groups, we have over 130 participants from all over the world. And we're going to continue to include virtual groups options even when it's safe to go back and game in person, because we want to continue supporting the people who need us. Game to Grow has a huge opportunity right now to take our program to the next level, and I'm not just talking about virtual. We've already expanded our model to help young people who are in the foster care system, and the next step we're looking at is a partnership with the Seattle Children's Hospital. If we're going to make the most of this moment, we need to expand our training program and create some scholarships for it. This is how you can help right now, donating to help us achieve our vision of a game in every home, a game in every school, and a game in every hospital. Thank you so much for supporting Game to Grow.
I support Game to Grow because it's a fun way for kids to learn how to connect with their feelings.
Don't just game. Game to grow.
I won't be held back. I'm a blaze of
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to A Divine Calling. They just discovered that one of their classmates and potential host is dead in the parking lot. How are our characters doing at this moment?
Mentally,
So-
right?
Cal kind of freezes and just turns over to where they think Bossum is and just goes, "Yeah, we need to get an adult."
Yeah, I'm calling 911 and let's go get a grown up
Yeah,
right
call.
now.
We need to call
But we should
911
go
and we need to
probably
get a grown up.
in the building where there's
Yes.
teachers.
Yes.
Yeah, and other people.
There was
Mhm. All
a
kinds of
school
people.
nurse, right?
Yeah, but she's like dead.
Yeah, I feel like what's the nurse
Yeah,
going
I-
to do? Perform
Didn't
necromancy?
walk it off.
We don't know. I mean, you know what? That's not the point. Whew. Whew. Okay.
We'll get a
I need
grown
to
up
breathe.
regardless. But also
to breathe.
I'm literally the phone is ringing with 911 right now. So
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I am going to try and reach out to my deity and be like, is that possible? How did they get to Nike? How did they get to the host? Like, was she in her body? What is happening? Are we all in danger?
The answer to all of that is yes. So the Void have a special ability that if they can get to the host and they can kill the host, then in the moments after, they can also deliver a blow to kill the deity.
Okay. Well. Okay. Cool. It's bad enough my mom's not talking. I'm not talking to my mom. I also might die. Great. Fantastic. Let's get in before. Please, let's get in.
Yep.
So you run back into the cafeteria. There are teachers who are lunch moderators, just kind of keeping an eye, make sure no fights break out during lunch or anything. Do you find one of them? Or do you go to the office?
We just need to find somebody. I think Callisto is following.
First grown up SMCs.
Okay. Let's see. What is? I can't read my own handwriting. What is Callisto's mentor?
Yes. Oh, I keep getting distracted by the cute cat noise.
My cat Zaku Cannon is really needing some attention from her father right now.
This is Mrs. Maggie Ludius.
So Miss, you first see Miss Ludius.
Miss Ludius. There's an
what
emergency.
is it? What kind of emergency?
Like
dead person.
Yeah, dead body.
We found Bridget in her car.
I'm sorry. What? Show me. Take me there now.
Oh yeah, bring him to the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
When you get there, she's pulls like a radio out of a pocket, and she starts chattering on it. Somebody get the principal. Blah, blah, blah. Then turns around and asks you, did anybody call 911? He's like,
I did.
Okay. Yeah, get the principal. Start getting all the students back to their classes now. We're probably gonna want to cancel extracurricular activities. I don't know, maybe classes for the day, but like tell students to like go to their next classes now. You four have to stay here because they're gonna want to talk to you. And um and eventually you start hearing the sirens of the police getting there. I don't want to spend too much time on this. We'll sort of fast forward through this, but like they take your statements, like what you see, and like why were you out here, all of that. Is there anything anybody wants to add to this sort of montage?
I think Gabriel is going to try and sway one of the cops, or like even one of the medical officers, into disclosing how exactly, like what was the wound, or how is she dead, and if there's like something weird, some weird marks or something on Bridget that shows like what, like how did she exactly die, like what's the real nature of the weapon. So she's going to sway them into like kind of revealing more details than they should. And I'm going to use I'm going to use my ability, which is sway someone. I get a +1 to my roll.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay, so that's a 7 + 1 8.
Okay. So you succeed at what you want to do here. So tell us what happens. What does this look like?
Gabriel kind of has been shooting up like a very tall, has been shooting up quite recently, so it is fairly tall, and kind of has this big like long coat on and everything, so kind of looks like a very trendy adult, and is like and takes and but doesn't have the coat on, is wearing like just his normal sweater thing, and is like, okay, so this is really bad, isn't it? Poor girl. Huh, what a is this the one that was is this the one that's like, why was she just sitting in why the killer made her sit in the car like that, like placed her like that, must be sending a message.
And
And
we don't know yet. We're just starting to take a look, but I mean, it's likely she was just in the car with whoever did this.
like, yeah, I think like was she stabbed or something? I'm taking notes for the Emmy. So like I have to the Emmy's under investigation. So like I have to write down all the notes so that it can be sent up. You know how it is, politics and everything. So like
I don't know. You would have to ask them. Either they're gonna know cause of death, what happened, any injuries. You'll have to like talk directly to them. That's not my job.
What else? Like that's I will do that. Well, right now they're being very reticent, but okay. Yeah, they must not be telling you a lot, right? I mean, what are you, like some junior cop or someone?
I'm not quite. I'm a deputy. It's I'm just here to help secure the scene.
Right. So you found nothing on the scene, right? Like you found nothing here.
I didn't know. Um, Sheriff and them are taking a look. They might call in somebody to collect evidence. I don't know.
Nothing in the car either, huh? It's must one careful murderer.
Yeah, nothing that stood out right away. Like I said, they'll do a more in-depth look.
Mm. Okay, thank you for your info. Okay, sorry. Just let me know. Do so when you were securing the scene, did you by chance see some kind of token or something? You know, it has like that weird Greek shit on it. Greek shit on it. It's been on a few other cases.
I mean the student had some stuff in her car. See,
Oh.
it seemed to be hers.
Like what?
Necklace. There some hanging on the mirror of her car. Some books on Greek myths were in the back. Look like with the rest of her school books.
Well, it must be one of those nerds. Everyone's had those phases. Like, what did the necklace look like, though?
I'm not sure. I think it was like sports related, like a laurel, like had some like laurel stuff on it or something. Looked like it might be silver. At least it was silver in color.
Okay. Silver. All right. Thank you. The Emmy really appreciates this, and this will, of course, and I'm sure the Emmy will like be real grateful or something. Okay, bye. And just kind of walks off like to the corner of the building, waits until the deputy's gone, and then goes back into the school.
Okay. So all the teachers are in the halls trying to herd students into their classes, all of whom want to know what's going on, so they're like sort of milling about as like the teachers are trying to like, hey, go to class, but there's a lot more students than there are teachers, so there is a little bit of a crowd in the halls. Do y'all try to slip out? Do you go to your classes? Do you mill about in the hall with everybody else? What are you doing?
I think that Callisto is going to try to attempt to sort of break up the crowd and get everything a little bit more orderly.
Okay.
So I'm going to, I suppose, try to sway someone?
Yeah. That's what you're doing.
Okay, awesome. And I've got a +2 to this because I have my bonus for being in the upper ranks of the social hierarchy, and I have leader from Sun God. Thank you, Anya. When attempting to sway someone who does not consider you a friend, add +1. I think that the general student body does not unanimously consider Callisto a friend. Is that accurate?
Yes, that would be accurate.
All right, fantastic. I love it when I'm right about having no friends. It's delightful. So that's going to be an 11.
Okay. Even though you're not like, this is a critical success, so like even though you're not close friends with everybody, you are sort of like a trusted class member, right? Like you're And so when you start like trying to convince people that they should be going to their classes, they listen. It takes a little bit because you kind of have to like go group to group to like get them to listen to you directly. But they start wandering off. And as you are doing this, you don't see him at first, but you're talking to one group, and just before he passes you, you notice him out of the corner. Right? Clay passes by you, and his shoulder touches yours as he passes you,
Mm-hmm.
and your mind goes weirdly silent. You, at this moment, you do not hear Anya.
I think that this is freaky. As I'm like going around to all the different groups, I'm gonna take a page out of Basem's group or the little playbook. I'm going to start sort of being like, oh, I saw Clay last with her. It's a little suspicious, right? I mean, we saw him last and now he's just wandering around giving everyone the cold shoulder, not really talking to anyone. And where did that head wound come from? So I'm just going to start spreading the gossip that Clay is behind this.
Okay.
I think that's ruin someone.
Yes.
I am trying to ruin him.
Yes. Roll that. And while you do, I do want to know, like, how do you feel? Because, like, you currently, right now, like, you can't hear or feel Anya. Like, you're cut off.
Callisto is absolutely horrified, but they are dealing with the fact that they are horrified by channeling it into ruining his life and potentially getting him arrested. Like, they're absolutely terrified. They feel more alone than they have ever felt in the world, and they are going to use that terror and that horror to drag him down to hell with them.
Okay.
And so that's going to be an 11. I'm hoping I can keep these rolls going for the Masks game.
Okay, yeah. So
I will fucking destroy this man.
Yeah, people start to believe that, like, Clay is behind this, and I think, like, slowly but surely, what you see is, like, the teachers start to believe this because it's like the that's what the students are talking about, which makes its way, to those people investigating this.
Good. So we've successfully directed people to go where they're supposed to, and we're ruining someone's life. This is a great day for Callisto. They're ignoring the fact that they can no longer hear their goddess and the fact that that fills them with existential dread and a loss of purpose. It's fine.
What is everyone else doing in this moment?
Okay, so are the halls still crowded and everything? And
Yes.
USD Clay.
We'll say that, like, the halls are still a little crowded, right? They're starting to thin out. As Callisto is getting everybody to move around.
Yeah.
You don't. You do cut, like, the direction. I'll say you've seen Clay pass Callisto, but you don't see Clay anymore as you start to hear, like, people talking about Clay as well. But you know the direction he went in.
I'm going to try to push through the crowd and hopefully find them. Have a little conversation. What role would that be?
I am going to look here. Give me just a moment.
Intuition?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
intuition seems good, yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
That is a 10.
Nice!
Okay, so knowing the direction Clay was going, and sort of just following your intuition. As more students start to talk about how like Clay might be behind this, you start to recognize the look on like students' faces of like who have recently seen him walk by, which I think leads you back to your choice: band room or art room.
Clay sounds like an art kid name. I'm gonna try art.
Okay. Before you walk in there, I want to know: did Gabriel or Bossum see Violet like walk off, and did anybody follow?
If Bassem saw, then I think Bassem would have definitely gone with Violet.
Okay.
Gabriel is spiraling a little bit. So Gabriel has headed to his comfort place, which is the pottery, which is essentially the arts class, like the pottery and where the pottery and the metalworking happens, and is currently feverishly drawing out, like, one of those magic trick boxes where like someone goes in and you pretend to cut their head off and like it separates. So he's very feverishly coming up with something that essentially can and it with like an outside lock so that so that they can like contain Clay and like essentially poke at him until he answers questions.
Okay. So I like that as a scene. What Violet and Bassem see when they walk into the art room is at somewhere in the art room is Gabriel feverishly working on this project. Behind Gabriel, seeming to like prepare like a net or some sort of thing to trap Gabriel, is Clay.
Ooh, watch out.
I don't know what to do. Wait, okay. Maybe like try to jump out and push Gabriel out of the way.
Oh yeah.
I have a +1 to defense. If
Okay.
that does anything.
Yeah, roll that.
Can I use that reroll?
Yes. You
Yes.
have a reroll. You can use it.
Thank you, Brian. That's worse.
Oh no.
Do I take the bigger one?
I think
I'll
the
let
categories.
I'll let you take the bigger one.
Okay, that's a 7.
Let me find what I'm looking for here. All right. Okay, so you successfully defend. Even with a +2, Clay rolled a 4. So Clay misses attempting to capture Gabriel. But now he knows all of you are in the room. So we kind of
I'm not in the room.
While the three of you are in the room. He turns and he addresses all of you. So you finally figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we've had it figured out for like a while. It's just you keep walking around.
Just stay still.
Stay still. Just, oh man, you're
You're an envious little asshole, aren't you?
No. But I do want the gods. I do want them dead. the deities, all of them.
What? Why? Because they didn't choose you as a host? I mean, why would they? What's special about you? Why do you think the void cares about you? So much so that you would be willing to kill for them. I mean, people are. I mean, you are dumb as hell.
Do you really think it's that simple? The deities?
No, I'm sure you've got some complicated emotional crap behind it. Did your mommy not love you? Dad not love you? Big fucking deal. I don't care.
Do you really know the things that the deities do? They aren't just some magical blessing on the world. The things that they do are worse than anything that will come if they're not here.
I am the host of a netherworld being older than older than all of your cult combined. I am in epics longer than older than your entire family. And he rules a version of the netherworld. Do you really think I want to know the things that he does? No, I don't. I am happy finding out things on my own. You want to be stupid, you be stupid. But that doesn't mean I'm going to let you hurt anyone else. So, and Gabriel is going to switch on his blowtorch. Get in the goddamn box, or I set you on fire. You want to check if this fire is an illusion or not?
Interesting proposal, but I don't think I'm getting in that damn box.
Okay. And you do? Okay, sure. And, yeah. Bridget is going to, instead of setting him on fire, Bridget is going to try and brain him with the blowtorch.
Okay. So you're going to roll an attack roll, and while you do that, we are going to go back to Callisto. This is a new scene, so you can now hear Anya again. She's a little myth about not being listened to.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to not listen to you. Something touched me and then you were gone. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I like listening to you. You know I like listening to you. I sought you out.
She is, after a moment, is willing to give you the benefit of the doubt here. But you have sort of put everybody onto Clay's trail. What do you want to do now? Because if you look around the hall, your friends are not there.
I'm immediately sprinting to try to find my friends. I know where Gabriel would go, so I'm going where Gabriel would go.
Okay. Which means eventually you get to the art room. Clay is inside.
All right.
With your friends.
I'm going to try to stab him. I want to stab him in the kidney.
Okay. So, we are now officially... we have two players who want to attack him. We are in a skirmish. How did Gabriel do on that attack roll?
I got a 10.
Okay. So you hit him, and he stumbles back.
Awesome, Violet, get him! Get his arms and legs.
Roll me a 1d6 for me.
Okay. 1d6. No, this is. Oh, I have a 1d6. What am I doing?
I should hope so.
5.
Okay, so you get him good. He takes 5 damage here. Let me see. Rolls for skirmish. So, what I want everybody to do now is roll 1d6 to determine the order of the skirmish.
I do appreciate that Gabriel's like, I'm going to just hit him over the head, and Callisto's coming in like, I will stab this man.
Our weapon. We have blowtorches and
Basem's got
books.
a 2.
Oh, hey! I got a 2 as well!
Twins.
Twins!
Twin rolls.
How did Violet do?
We got a 1. Not my dice today.
And Gabriel?
4.
Looking for you, Clay. Because Clay got hit first. I gave Clay a -1, so they actually rolled a 0. So Clay goes last, and Gabriel, you stunned him, so you can attack him one more time.
Okay. Alright. One more time. Alright. Not as good. That was a 5.
Okay, and Clay, a little bit more ready for you this time, attempts to defend and is successful defending themselves. Who wants to go first between Callisto and Basem?
You want to go? I think Basem's going to try and de-escalate.
Yeah, I want to stab him before Basem de-escalates.
Okay. Roll that.
I am stabbing him in the kidney if I can. That's an 11.
Okay.
That kidney is so gone.
So
And
for stabbing,
Callisto's mother does have a medical degree, and they do have to have medical knowledge because they've been taking care of their little sibling for years. So they know approximately where a kidney is.
You can now sell the kidney.
So one
Win-win.
d6 plus 1 for the damage on that.
Fantastic. I love just absolutely I just want him to get stabbed like really hard in the kidney. So +1?
Yes.
That's going to be 6 damage.
Okay.
Is he dead?
He is not dead yet.
Okay, good. I don't want to murder him. I just want to stab him real bad.
Callisto, help the others put him in the box. Put him in the box.
Can I try to since I rolled so high, as I stab him, I want to try to shove him in the box.
You can shove him towards the box.
Yeah, towards the box. I know I can't necessarily shove them in the box. Why did someone in chat eat Sam's kidneys? I just saw that. I'm very concerned. I think they still have both of them canonically. No, Skylar is gone.
Oh, wait, I know that person.
Yay, Skylar's back. Everything's great.
Sorry, my video stopped recognizing my camera for a hot second.
Oh, we love that.
Okay.
All right, and so Basem, what are you going to try to do?
Oh my goodness. I think Basem's move is going to be a calm down roll. And what he is saying is like, whoa. Okay, hey, like everybody drop your weapons. We've already incapacitated this guy, you know. More
Okay.
death isn't going to help here. So let me roll them bones. Oh, so that's a 5. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
+2, so 7, because Basem has +2 to social rolls as an art kid.
Okay, so
7.
7 is, I think, technically gets you just out of calming down. So
Ooh.
success there, which I am not sure if this is an immediate. I mean, on a success, I mean, Clay is definitely starting to listen to you. Okay, look, it's 1 on 4. I can see a battle that I can't win.
Yeah. So we probably got to get you to like the hospital, and maybe you should stop like messing around with this like really scary stuff before you get a criminal record.
I think we're a little late for that.
It's not too late.
The investigators might have heard some rumors that someone might have spread.
Callisto.
Well, you didn't need to say
Damn.
that in front of him, but he's already kind of bleeding
No,
out.
I want him to know that his life is ruined and he will die a failure.
Well, Clay,
Nice.
how do you feel about that, bud?
Box looking pretty nice, huh?
Should've just gone in the box.
Violet, what do you want to do?
So, is Clay getting nonviolent?
Yes.
So what if I just like get the book, hit him on the head with it, into the box?
Okay.
Or
So
try.
you can roll a capture.
Okay. That's still 2d6, right?
Yes.
That's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, this works. What does it look like when you capture Clay?
So I'm guessing I'm still on the ground, or I jumped out to dodge the net. So I'm getting to. I just grab the atlas, try as hard as I can to not hurt him with it, but hit him into the box. And I'm imagining like they fall butt first into the box. Like a little cartoon character, the legs are kind of sticking out.
Okay. Yeah, so Clay is thoroughly defeated when the police walk in and see the four of you. A captured and almost dead Clay. Clay is the same level as you, which means Clay had 12 health. So it was just right there.
Solid. You know what? I'm not even gonna say oops on my end. This guy is a murderer. Nobody criticizes the victims of Jason for killing him.
Let's just make sure the police know it was self-defense.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was self-defense.
Callisto. None of us want to go to juvie.
Does
He had, like, a
anybody
big scary-
want to roll a sway roll to make sure that they?
Some can with. I have like a.
All of
bonus.
us want to roll sway roll.
Yeah, I have an ability to do so as well, so which counteracts my pyramid thing.
When attempting to sway someone who does not consider you a friend, add +1, and then I also get a +1 to social.
Okay. If anybody who wants to roll sway here, roll.
Yay.
I have a +2 to social. Is this counting with social?
Yes, this is a social move.
Basem got 11.
I also got 11. We're still twinsies.
That's a 12.
That's so exciting.
Oh!
Wow. We're so innocent.
That's a 7.
Most of us are so innocent. I think we can cover for you. I think we
One
can.
of us
we
was
can
yelling
spin
about a
this.
box a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
I need to get better at this lying thing.
Yeah, you know what I think happens is not only do y'all convince the police officers, you didn't know this, but apparently there are also witnesses that this was self-defense.
Good.
Yep. Thank you, witnesses.
Thank you, witnesses. I mean, Clay was trying to get Eris with like a big butterfly net, so obviously a weirdo.
A butterfly net, like they're in Looney Tunes, right?
Like a Looney Tunes. He was trying to Bugs Bunny you.
Bugs Bunny is an icon. Trust me.
He was trying to like Wile E. Coyote you. He's not clever enough for
He was trying to
fun.
Elmer Fudd you is what he was doing.
Oh yeah.
God. Oh, you okay? I'll tell you so much. My deity's like whole thing. He has every single appearance of Bugs Bunny, like every single one. He straight up says sometimes that when he has writer's block, he watches Bugs Bunny cartoons. It's very strange for an ancient being.
Bugs Bunny's got some gags and goops.
Yeah, he is convinced that Bugs Bunny is like some American god trickster, and I have to tell him that he isn't, and he never believes me.
I mean, he might be. Gods are formed through devotion. A lot of people like Bugs Bunny.
My mom didn't. I won a doll in like one of those arcade games.
Yeah,
and she got real mad, and only now I realize it's because of like she gets like I had a truth diary. Like my mom used to make me write down like all the truths and all the lies I used to do. I have said until like 2 years ago.
That's
it's weird, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You're gonna be in some therapy, buddy. It's okay.
They're there.
Yeah. I know. But until then, at least I can maybe like, I mean, this is therapy technically. Like,
Make
creating
some
stuff.
great, weird, scary metal art.
Yeah.
I have this idea for senior year. It's going to be real cool. I might have to talk to the principal again, but it'll still be cool.
I mean, like, good art is innovative, and sometimes innovation means talking to the principal.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Why haven't you apologized to me? Sorry, that's...
Wait, me?
Yeah, like, you're the one... You don't remember.
What did I do?
Last year at the stupid big Scholastic Book Fair, you bumped into Stephanie and you said something about some magazine about like couples can take.
Oh, yeah. And then I said you look just like a Magic Tree House character.
Yeah, and we
I
broke
thought
up
that
2
was.
days later.
Oh.
Did that not occur to you?
I don't think oh, buddy, I don't think she dumped you because you look like a Magic Tree House character a little bit. I'm really sorry that I hurt your feelings.
This get up, this everything. Look, I like the way I look right now, but that does not mean that I wasn't trying. I wasn't not trying to not look like a Magic Tree House character deliberately. I like this look, but it's also
It's-
not situation.
It's a good look for you, I think. Is you're a little bit of a Magic Tree House.
Please
So-
don't call me that.
Did you want to look like a Magic Tree House character, or didn't you?
No.
Yes.
Why not? The Magic Tree House
magic.
characters have great fashion choices.
I did not like those books. They bored me.
Wow.
They made a musical out of them. Come on. You can't make a musical out of something bad,
Are you
except for
gonna
if it's Andrew
apologize
Jackson.
to us for saying that about Magic Tree House?
I did not. I am allowed to have a dissenting opinion. I was always I liked reading the abridged like gothic tales and stuff, like not in the original language, that only came later. I used to like reading the abridged. I used to like reading the simple versions. I read like Jack London, and those are the books my mom had. She had all the classics, and she got me all the like classics but for babies. I read Picture of Dorian Gray when I was 10. Do you think in any way this is like, I am not normal, guys?
Yeah, that awakens something within you, huh?
I mean, I don't think that anybody is technically normal. I think that normal is just a word that some people made to make fun of other people.
Yeah, you're definitely
Yeah.
not normal, Callisto. You like yours.
Yeah,
your
I know, I'm
judgment scale
autistic.
Was
We're
it the
all a bunch of
autism that
big
made you stab someone? Is that a
No, that
thing?
was
I
my
don't know.
bloodlust.
The beautiful bloodlust. With the power of all of us individually being huge weird freaks, we stopped a crazy murderer today.
Exactly.
And isn't that beautiful? We're like the Magic Tree House, but like PG-13.
We're the Magic Tree House, but with blowtorches.
So true.
Yeah, honestly, I would have liked it better if there was if it did have blowtorches and
like-
possible murder.
It's like Animorphs.
And now
Except
you're
for-
we're like
Yes,
we're
yes.
like
I love
Animorphs.
animals. I love animals so much. I love animals.
Well, there's common ground, bud.
You should you know what? One day we're going to go to one of your houses, and I'm going to show you like some of the most like weird ass gothic B movies like that Hammer Horror made. They are so much fun because like sometimes you just see like you actually see real art in it, but also sometimes the badness of it is the art, and it is so cool.
I was about to ask about the Thanksgiving series, but I think those may be more D-list than B-list.
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching the one about the murderous turkey. So that is fascinating.
It's
I-
fascinating in a dumb way.
Yeah. There's
I
also
enjoyed
that
it.
one about the killer tire.
Yes, the one written by Stephen King. Not to be confused with the killer washing machine or the killer lawnmower.
Or the killer car. No,
There
the
was the
killer
killer
car one is
tire.
actually good.
And then there's multiple killer cars, which is just
Yeah.
a separate thing from the killer car.
Killer clown.
There's a killer sloth now.
Oh my god.
Whoa, that's crazy, God.
It's called Slaughterhouse.
Oh no.
I mean, Cujo's kind of complicated because he's a dog with rabies, but he's also possessed by a serial killer, and that's just a separate thing that's happening.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I couldn't finish Cujo or Pet Cemetery.
I couldn't
it
read
made
Pet
me sad.
Cemetery.
Legit, no, this is me out of character. My mom has read one story of Stephen King, and that was Pet Cemetery, and she never read one again because the dog thing traumatized her so much.
no!
She just went, nope. I think that just like fully sent her off of a horror movie. So whenever I talk about, oh, there's something really like I wanted to recommend Interview with a Vampire to her, and she just went, no, probably not. I'm like, it's not horror. It's like a gothic romance,
Yeah.
dysfunctional marriage thing. And she's like, but still vampires. I'm like, it's vampires, mommy. You are the one who said we all watched Twilight together. It's fine.
By that logic, the Hotel Transylvania movies are horror.
Yeah, I have to tell. Yeah, again, trying to understand my mother's logic is always fun.
Alright.
All right, we have a little bit of time if you want to do a quick little epilogue for where we see your character in the days following the defeat of Clay.
Daisy. Does anyone want to go first?
I can go first. I think Bassem goes to Gabriel's house and watches a horror movie.
I want to know which movie.
Oh man. What's like a really Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Mhm. A classic for a reason.
All
Have a great time. Gabriel makes popcorn and everything.
It's great. Yeah. And they only argue a little bit.
Only a little bit, honestly. And it was just a little bit. And it was about the
Yeah.
movie, which is not an argument, then it's an artistic debate.
Yeah, it's so
as they
true.
both
It's
decide to call it after.
critical analysis is what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, who wants to go next?
Okay, so I'll go next. So Gabriel, like, now that he's kind of tentative friends with Basim, and actually kind of recruits Basim on his final year, on preparing for his final year project. Because he realizes he needs more people on this, and Callisto is always too busy, and he was like, I am going to leave them alone. Oh my god. I'm not putting that on their head. But tells Callisto as a rare form of communication, like, hey, Callisto, I'm not leaving you out. I just need you to, like, I'm doing this because I want to get to know Basim. I'm not leaving you out. Also, I don't think you have the time, but I don't want you to give up things to make time. Just okay, we'll watch a movie later. Okay, just please, if you just okay, chill. It's fine, chill. So so Basim and Ray and Gabriel are currently coming up with projects for metalworking and pottery, and it's something like he's trying to make it like illusion, something mirage-y, like something with with colors and things, like you look here, it has a different color, something like something illusion-y, as a subtle tribute to his deity. And also he does text Stephanie sorry, and just sends, and now they're on like cat meme stage where they're just sending each other memes but not actually talking.
All right, Callisto or Violet? Who wants to go?
Oh,
Sorry, if I'm on video call too long, she gets pissed off.
it's okay. It's adorable.
It is adorable.
I'm glad.
It is.
My sweet daughter. She's such a nightmare.
You can go first.
Okay, so Callisto, I think, sort of settles back into their routine of looking after their little sibling and making sure that everything is ready. And I think that they're gonna. Will they cut back on any extracurricular activities? Gonna give a little roll. Absolutely not. But they will try to keep in contact with everybody, and they're definitely planning like some regular movie nights whenever they're free and Sam is off at a friend's house. Because I think that their house is probably the best for movie nights since it's normally just them and Sam. So I think that they're doing that, and I think that they're really just they're gonna start applying for colleges, so they're writing up a bunch of different essays, and they're going on with their life as normal. Or at least as normal as they can be.
Awesome. And Violet.
Okay. So I think she would definitely keep up with her classes. Probably a bit of trauma from seeing a body. Maybe there's something there. Try to keep up with her more personal film projects and all that. But yeah, try to go back to normal life. As normal as having a little god thing with you can be.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Thank y'all for playing. Of course, you can check out A Divine Calling on Kickstarter. There's a link currently in the chat, and you can just search I'm sure on Kickstarter and find it. I'm gonna have everyone do their sign outs, let people know where they can find them, what games and stuff they're a part of. Starting with Callisto.
All right, that is me. So, hi, I have been Elle. If you'd like to see if I will continue to be Elle, you can find me on some variation of @Sapphic Soulful or @SoulfulSapphic. You can also find me right here in like an hour. I will be playing in the mid-season premiere of our Masks game, Masks the Puzzle Project. I've got Sasha, who is a disaster, but in a less murdery way than Callisto. At the moment, we might see if that changes. It might. And then you can find me on Bardic Inspiration Network every other Monday and soon to be every Wednesday. Every other Monday, we have our lovely Swords of Byrodin. It is part of our Tales of Exandria series. Very fun. I play a Twilight cleric in that, who's got even more bloodlust than Callisto, which is very exciting. They routinely bite people's throats out. And then on every other Wednesday, we have our Tales of Exandria, Shadows of the Lost, where I play a Eladrin druid who's really just trying to get by. And currently we have running our Baldur's Gate 3 mini-series, where I'm playing a Fire Genasi Paladin. Super fun, super great. You guys can pop over there at any time to see what I'm doing. I don't know who I'm supposed to pass it to now, so we're just going to throw it and hope it lands somewhere.
All right. Let's go to Gabriel.
I think Luna wanted to go next, so I don't mind going after Luna.
Okay, that's fine. If you want to jump in.
I run Muddied Water Games. You can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram with that at Muddied Waters Games. We do a bunch of 40s or 30s era games, normally fantasy-esque. Yeah, that's about it.
And that's on Blue Sky?
Yep.
Cool.
We do have drive-through RPG as well. I forgot to mention that.
Awesome. All right, Gabriel.
Hiyo, I have been Abhilasha for your playing this. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. This game is great. You can find me on at Dr_Ybone on Twitter and Ombre Lesbian Night on Blue Sky. I am going to be next. I think you'll find me on Nerds with Dice channel for our first episode of Shadowlight, which is on Tuesday 17th, I believe. I may be. I think I'm right on that one. Next, and I am also playing with Exquisite Corpse Productions. I'll be playing a game. We'll be playing in the Gumshoe system, playing a game called Thorn. We'll be playing Thorns and Rust, which is in the Gumshoe system. Except instead of Eldritch Horrors, we have the Fae, where I will be playing a struggling butch lesbian support actor who keeps getting stuck in the lesbian best friend roles and is currently looking for inspiration in the most unconventional place possible. So it's real fun. Also on Shadowlight, just a little thing, I am going to be playing a himbo paramedic who had an experience with who died, came back, and is now and knows way too much about the supernatural and is desperately hoping that he doesn't, that he's denying it. So I think the time, I will obviously post the timings on both. This has been great. Hope you all have a nice day. Please come and watch.
Awesome. Yep, and it's your turn.
Awesome. I am Skylar K. Swift. I have been your overconfident gay art kid Bussum tonight. You can catch me in an hour with Elle for the mid-season premiere of Mask the Puzzle Project, our superhero game with an all-disabled table. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats, and you can find my games, Godling and Cabinet of Curiosities, for free on itch.io at Skylar K. Swift. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. Yes, Neil, welcome for being here. Am I wrong? It is 8 p.m. Eastern for masks, correct?
I think so. There were a lot of
yes,
times.
it should be. It
It's
should be
usually
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Eastern.
So that's like 2 hours.
Yes, 2 hours. I think the times on the sheet got messed up. This is why we are going to go to a schedule bot with magic time zones, so it centers it for everybody instead of, because now most of us are in Central, and we used to put things in Eastern because it seemed to make everything easier for everybody, but we are going to a scheduling bot so that the time zones hopefully don't get messed up anymore. But yes, it should be 8 p.m. Eastern for masks.
2 hours.
So you have 2 hours before that. So we will be continuing to raise money for Game to Grow. So come check that out and consider donating. There are a lot of cool incentives for masks. If you were here earlier in the day for Harpcaster, Alone in the Town, Knox was playing that. And we'll be back to run Mask the Puzzle Project. I am Sophia. You can find me on Twitter at NerdyTeddy, hanging around all the Nerds with Dice stuff, occasionally some other places. Later this month, I will be on Exquisite Corpse Presents playing Don't Rest Your Head. I believe that is October 27th. So come check that out. It'll be a lot of fun. And Yes. And I did want to mention Shadowlight did get moved back a week. So this week we will be meeting up for session 0, I believe. And then it'll be the week after that it starts.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I got. Oh, yeah. You said so. You were right. Sorry.
No
I
problem.
need-
No problem.
I need to update my calendar. It's fine though.
I just wanted to say something before we closed out here. We're not going to raid anyone tonight, and hopefully you'll be back for masks. So we'll see you then. Thank you everybody for watching. Oh, and before I forget, stick around for the Game to Grow video if you haven't seen it already, so you can see what we're raising money for. And see you tonight.
Game to Grow is a nonprofit organization based out of Seattle. We're known for our therapeutic social skills groups for kids using games of all kinds, and we're most well known for our therapeutic use of tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons. I have a master's degree in education with a specialization in drama therapy, and my co-founder is a licensed family therapist. Together, we came up with a way to help kids and adults become more confident, creative, and socially capable by combining modern developmental therapies with the mechanics of tabletop role-playing games to help kids connect with their friends, connect with their families, and connect with the world around them, one dragon at a time. We also provide training, consultation, and support to other therapists, gaming professionals, educators, parents, and advocates, so that people everywhere can access the life-enriching magic of games. Many of the people we support have autism, ADHD, anxiety, or depression, and that affects how they experience the world and their relationships with others. Our model doesn't assume a deficit in these kids that needs to be addressed. It honors their neurodiversity. What we're doing is supporting them to flourish socially on their own terms.
Before these groups, she's very introverted. Afterwards, she's come out of her shell, she shines.
These groups have helped me grow by making it easier for me to express myself to my friends and being able to cope with feelings so I don't take it out on other people sometimes.
Playing Critical Core has helped me reduce my anger a lot, and it helps me understand how other people feel.
I feel like I've become a lot more in control of my actions. I think through stuff a lot more, which is kind of weird because in the game my character's kind of reckless, but I feel like it helps me get a lot of that energy out.
Playing Critical Core has helped me learn to develop my social skills as well as interacting with other players and team building. And it has also provided a fun and interactive experience that is unforgettable and is very rewarding.
After playing Critical Core, I cannot wait till next Wednesday.
During COVID-19, we had to transition all of our gaming groups virtual, and found it could still be effective in an online-only environment. What we didn't anticipate was how much it would reveal about how much need there is for what we do. For most of the pandemic, we had a wait list to participate because we could not hire and train group facilitators fast enough to keep up with the demand once geography was no longer a barrier. We used to be limited to the greater Seattle area, but now, in virtual groups, we have over 130 participants from all over the world. And we're going to continue to include virtual groups options even when it's safe to go back and game in person, because we want to continue supporting the people who need us. Game to Grow has a huge opportunity right now to take our program to the next level, and I'm not just talking about virtual. We've already expanded our model to help young people who are in the foster care system, and the next step we're looking at is a partnership with the Seattle Children's Hospital. If we're going to make the most of this moment, we need to expand our training program and create some scholarships for it. This is how you can help right now, donating to help us achieve our vision of a game in every home, a game in every school, and a game in every hospital. Thank you so much for supporting Game to Grow.
I support Game to Grow because it's a fun way for kids to learn how to connect with their feelings.
Don't just game. Game to Grow.